I don't expect them to be executed. Most unlikely. I personally would hope and pray that we are able to make an appeal to His Highness Amir and that they would be pardoned. I read the MEA statement very carefully and very correctly it says that India will exercise all options, including the legal. And naturally, this is a matter about which there cannot be too much of public discussion. But I want to say a couple of things. One is that the Amir can give a pardon, you know. Of course, one has to apply for that. I'm sure that at the right time, it will be done. Only thing is that, you don't get the pardon the next day. It can take time, They can also take the time that you apply for pardon only after X years. Sort of thing, complications. So, I don't expect them to be executed. Most unlikely, In diplomacy, you never say never, but most unlikely. Qatar will not do that. So the question is, when they can get the pardon, number one. The other is, some years ago, 3 Filipinos one was sentenced to death. He was working for the Qatar General Petroleum. And 2 others, they were working with the Air Force. So the charge against them was that these 2 working for the Air Force were giving information to the 3rd Filipino who was working for Qatar Petroleum, who was passing it on to Philippines government. And it was again national security. It was to do with Air Force and all that. So in that case, what happened was that the death sentence passed on that Qatar General Petroleum guy, that by the Court of Appeal, it was reduced to life sentence. And then the other 2, they were sentenced to 25 years. But that again, the Court of Appeal reduces to, if I remember right, it has come into this thing, 15 years or something like that. So what I'm trying to say, there is, most probably further legal processing. But I don't know, in the sense that further legal processing may or may not help, because this has been going on for a long time, we know that. And ultimately, we have only 2 options. One is to appeal to His Highness the Amir, or, you remember Kulbhushan, what's his full name? Yeah. We had taken it up with the ICJ. That's also possible. But I personally would hope and pray that we are able to make an appeal to His Highness Amir and that they would be pardoned, well, if necessary after, X years, whatever be the value of X.